Hello, how are you?
Hello.
We just arrived to Bergama, uh, the home of Pergamon ancient city.
Yes.
And first, we are going to eat because we just came by and we just parked our car.
And just like every other city in Turkey, what's the famous food of Pergamon?
It's meatballs.
Yes, there
Yes.
are, I think, hundreds kinds of meatballs in Turkey. So one of them is the Pergamon
In
meatballs.
Turkey, not every city, but sometimes every neighborhood has its own.
Yes, Pergamon is not a city actually. It's
Yes.
part of Izmir.
So there's a traditional meatballs here in Pergamon
So
also.
let's go see what they look like.
Let's go. We are now in the center of Bergama, and because we are here on Sunday, everything is kind of closed. Not everything, but too many shops are closed. And today is parking is free on Sundays.
Now, as we learned from some local blogs, Altın Kepçe is the place, is one of the best places to have this Pergamon meatballs, but they are closed.
Oh, because it's Sunday.
Yes. So I think we're gonna have to try the other one. Yes. This was the second restaurant suggestion we got, but they are also closed because I think on Sundays everyone is going to swim. It has went to the beach, I think. So now we will try another restaurant that we just saw on the street.
Which is open.
Yes. The most important thing about a restaurant is I think it's being open. All these three restaurants are on the main street of Bergamo and they are only 200 meters apart. So now today this is the open one, which we are going to have our Pergamon meatballs here. Hopefully they have air conditioning. Yes, they do because it's very hot. So 5 minutes later, after we ordered, our food has arrived and Gökay cannot wait because he's very hungry. So this is the famous Pergamon meatballs that we talked about. And this is a famous Pergamon dish called çürütme, which is basically eggplants and some peppers, fried I think. And this is Turkish yogurt and of course bread to just, enjoy your meal. This is the inside of the restaurant Bergama sofrası, which is a classic Asian town restaurant with a cute inside. Right after our meal, we came across the street to Çınarlı Kahve, to a very traditional Turkish coffee shop to have tea after the meal. And here are the teas. So now I will show you around a little bit. So this is the very central local coffee shop where everyone is having their tea and coffee and is under a huge tree. So that's why it's called Çınarlı Kahve, because Chinar is the name of this tree in Turkish. As you can see, all the locals having a good Sunday here. And also here we are having our tea after the meal. And Gökay is working on his blog. So now we had our tea and we had our lemonade. This is a very typical Turkish coffee shop. Almost we have this in almost every town center. It's generally under a very big tree, like this one. Today is a very hot day, but still you can see these traditional sign of the shop, traditional doors, and people lazing away their Sundays in the town center. Now we will take a walk inside the shop off the street, and then we will head to another coffee shop. After having some tea, we decided to walk in the streets of the little Arasta of Bergama. Arasta is the historic name of the shop center in the Ottoman Empire. So this is the Arasta of Pergamon. It looks really, really nice with the small shops. Although today is a Sunday and all of them are closed, we still really like the atmosphere of the streets. Maybe it's better to have the streets calmer and more empty. Our car and started to ascend to the Kale neighborhood, which is right under the castle of Pergamon, because everybody said the historical houses are there, and maybe we will visit some historical houses, historical streets, and maybe we'll see some Pergamon carpets, because Pergamon is also famous with its carpets, you know. This is the Asclepion, I think. Maybe we can stop here. This is should be the ancient hospital, as I saw on the map. Maybe we can take a closer look. This is not the Asclepion, but it is the Red Hall Basilica of the Acropolis, as I saw on the map. Now we are not stopping here, but we will continue the road. So this is a traditional carpet shop here in Pergamon. And Pergamon carpet, they say that if you start to use it in your house, after a while it gets a silky texture. So that's the main feature of it. And it has very bright red colors, as you can see. While we're ascending to the top to see Kale neighborhood, I think these were the historic traditional houses they mentioned that they wanted us to see, which is really beautiful. They're so naive, still standing, and the neighborhood is still alive, I think. There's a cable car to ascend to the famous ancient city of Pergamon to see the Acropolis, but I think we're going to prefer going with the car, but still I want to learn how much it is, so that for next time we can know. So we learned that going up and down per person is 130 Turkish liras, which is I think almost around $5. Yeah, or $6-7, something like that. The USD is changing so rapidly here in Turkey, so I don't know, but it's quite expensive. So we have the car and we're gonna just climb with the car, traveling around the streets.
Parking is also additional 10 Turkish liras per car.
Okay. So,
but if you have a car,
why not use it?
Yes.
By the way, in Turkey we really like traveling with our car and driving around the cities and in small streets.
But actually this is crazy.
yeah, it's pretty expensive
Yes.
for Turkish people because you know the economic situation is not so good in Turkey. I think for locals maybe the price can be lowered down. But anyway, we are continuing our journey today. Now with our car we are ascending to the Acropolis of Pergamon, and the road condition is although it's a little narrow, it's very good. You can easily drive up there. The road is, you know, sided by a lot of pine trees. I think the view is very beautiful, but once we climb up to the top, we will see below. We have arrived to the Acropolis of Pergamon ancient city. Now when we parked our car, the parking spot is like this, and it is 10 Turkish liras per car. So now we will walk up the hill to see the ancient city. Actually, we had been here before, but we don't really remember it. It was like around maybe 7-8 years ago.
This is upper station of the cable car, and this is the how Bergama city look like from the top. And these are the Bergama, ancient Pergamon city ruins. You are going to buy your ticket from this booth, and you are going to enter from there to the ancient city. And the prices are like this. Let me tell you. If you buy ticket with audio guide, it's 150 Turkish liras, and the only ticket price is 100 Turkish liras per person. And you can also buy a museum card, and you can enter all of the museums in respective location.
So this ancient city is quite an important ancient city. By the way, it's 5:30 p.m. It's at the end of August, and it's very, very hot. So Izmir and the surroundings are very hot during this time of the year. Now we are ascending to the library, and hopefully we will also see the ancient theater. And now they made an easy path from wood to ascend this mildly steep way up to the ancient city, so it's easy to walk and take a video at the same time. This ancient city was quite an important one back in the day, and we also read somewhere that it's was actually the center of the Roman Empire before the Ephesus was built for a first little while, but still. And the library here was the second most biggest library of all the world back then. It had 200,000 books, I think, back at the time, which was, I think, a big deal. Whew.
Yeah.
It's also worth to mention that it was the eastern center of the Roman Empire, not the center of the Roman Empire. So this before the Ephesus, of course. And this is where Pergamon is it pronounced as Pergamon?
I think Pergamon.
Yes.
It's also
Is invented.
This is the place that they invented the parchment, the ancient paper. And actually the parchment is the derivation of Bergama today. It's the same word.
Oh.
It's the derivation of the name of the place. And it's a quite good alternative for the papyrus. Yes, papyrus coming from Egypt. And when the countries has a tension between them, the Pergamon king ordered to find another kind of paper. So they invented this paper.
Yes, I think they made it out of leather this time.
I believe so. Yes.
Yes, as far as I know, it's made of leather. This is the most famous part of this ancient city, where we can see the Acropolis, still standing today. And you know, the most important part of this place is called the Zeus altar, and it's being carried to the Pergamon Museum in Berlin because of an agreement made between Ottoman Empire and Germany. Because Ottoman Empire didn't have the economic means to pay the Germans for the railways they constructed, so they paid with this, with the history of Ottoman Empire. So if you want to see the rest of this, it's in Berlin. This is the ancient theater of the Pergamon city, overlooking the city today. And this is, I think, the world's steepest ancient theater, and it has a capacity of 10,000 people. But I think it's impossible to climb it today, so we're looking from afar. And we are also seeing the city. Wow. We finished visiting the Acropolis of Pergamon, and now we are on our way to the restaurant called Casa Regina. It's in a small village in Bergamo, and it's an Italian restaurant where the owners cook some Italian pizzas and also cheesecakes. Yay! And you can have pizza and wine there.
Salad. And salad.
And salad, yeah, I think so. Actually, today our purpose of visiting this restaurant was to celebrate my PhD viva, that I was successful in my final examination for my PhD thesis. So now it's a beautiful week for me, stress-free. So while we are here, we wanted to visit Bergama briefly as well. And we are very excited to visit this restaurant because they only work on the weekends. Their reservations are mostly full, but luckily we had an opening on Friday night, and then our car broke down on Friday, and today is a Sunday, so luckily they also had an opening on Sunday, and we have our car now and we are going to visit it. We are on our way there. It's, I think, 15 minutes or 20 minutes from Bergama center. It's closer to Izmir city. So from there we will be back to our house in Izmir. So see you in the restaurant. So now we are in Casa Regina in a beautiful evening with a beautiful Italian setting. We ordered our pizzas, our salad and our wine. Now it's time for a little bit romance.
drank a little of wine and then a super cheesecake, and now it's time to go home and sleep a little bit, and tomorrow there will be another busy day for us. Until then, see you.